The fork stopped halfway to my mouth when my husband, Victor, cleared his throat. 7 years of marriage taught me that sound meant a bomb was about to drop. He said, "I've been doing the math, Maya. This arrangement isn't fair to me anymore. From now on, we're splitting everything 50-50. I will not support a gold-digging woman." The cruelty was shocking, but the sheer hypocrisy was blinding. 7 years ago, I'd left a promising marketing career because Victor insisted. "A man should provide for his wife," he'd said then. Now, with a click, he opened a spreadsheet detailing every expense of our life. He wanted half the bills paid, but he expected me to remain his unpaid maid, cook, and personal assistant. He thought he was trapping me. He had no idea he was giving me the key to my freedom. I looked at the spreadsheet and then at him. Instead of crying, fighting, or begging, the reaction he expected, I smiled. "You're absolutely right, Victor. If we're going to be roommates instead of husband and wife, we should split everything equally." Day 1 of our equal partnership arrived at 6:30 a.m. My alarm went off, and instead of making his coffee and laying out his clothes, I rolled over and went back to sleep. He came stumbling out, agitated. "What's going on? There's no coffee, no breakfast, and I can't find my blue shirt." I feigned innocent confusion. "Ready for what?" "Sweetheart, we split everything 50-50 now. That means we each handle our own responsibilities." "Your shirt? It's in your dirty laundry pile. I only handle my own clothes now." I had wanted a partner. He had wanted a business arrangement. Now, he was getting one. I made a single cup of coffee for myself and scrambled 1 egg. My food, my time, my life. Victor was infuriated, but he couldn't object to his own rule. I was simply being practical, just as he had demanded. The domestic chaos quickly became expensive for Victor. When he ruined my favorite white blouse by mixing a red sock into my laundry, I was waiting. "You damaged my property," I said firmly. "This blouse cost $95, and now it's unwearable. Your negligence, your responsibility. You will reimburse me." He paid. He paid again for the coffee rings he left on my refinished table. That was a $15 restoration fee. He even paid $7.38 plus an inconvenience fee for eating the Greek yogurt I'd specifically bought for my breakfast. I kept meticulous records in a notebook I labeled partnership expenses. The breaking point, however, came when I overheard him on the phone. He was whispering. "The whole splitting expenses thing is going better than expected. No, she's not suspicious. I should be able to send you more money starting next month, Chloe. Look, once I get her to pay half of everything, I'll have way more money to help with your rent and the kids' stuff." The pieces clicked into place. The 50-50 split wasn't about fairness. It was about funding his ex-girlfriend, Chloe, while keeping me as his free household labor. He thought I would be too pathetic, too financially dependent to leave. Pure, crystalline fury mixed with humiliation. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I got back in my car and drove around the block, gathering my resolve. When I walked back in, my voice was calm. His mother, Helen, arrived unannounced. I answered the door and let her see the truth. Victor's side of the living room was a disaster zone, while my half was pristine. When she demanded to know why I wasn't taking care of him, I handed her the printout of his original spreadsheet. She saw the evidence of his entitlement in his own handwriting. Helen left with a quiet, devastating final sentence to her son. "You made this bed. Now you get to lie in it." But I didn't rely on outside validation. I started updating my dormant LinkedIn profile. An old college colleague, Sam, reached out. He saw the marketing genius he remembered, not the unemployed wife. I secured a consulting contract that paid more per month than Victor made in 2. I was financially free. The conversation that ended the marriage was quiet. He begged, promising to change. I looked at him and said, "I believe you'll try, but I don't love you anymore. I don't love the man who convinced me I was worthless while I made his life perfect. I'm not throwing away 7 years of marriage, Victor. You already did that when you decided I was worth less than your ex-girlfriend. I'm just finally accepting the worth you tried to destroy." I packed only what was truly mine, my books, my clothes, my laptop. Everything else was his problem now. I drove away from the house, not toward an ending, but toward a beginning. My beginning. If there is one thing I want you to take from my story, it is this. Your worth is not up for negotiation. Beware the weaponization of equality. When a partner who benefited from traditional roles suddenly demands financial equality without demanding domestic equality, it's not partnership, it's manipulation. It's a scam to get the labor of a wife and the income of a partner. Financial independence is emotional power. The moment I secured my own income, I stopped being a dependent and became an equal. My worth was validated by the market, not by his approval. True freedom starts when you know you can walk away. I stopped fighting for his love and started fighting for my peace. The beautiful, quiet satisfaction of being happy alone is infinitely better than constantly proving your value to someone who only sees you as a convenience. Has this story of financial control and emotional liberation resonated with you? Have you recognized the double standard in your own relationships? Let us know in the comments below. This is what we do here on Beyond Emotions. We dissect the psychology of toxic dynamics so you can reclaim your self-worth. If you are ready to choose yourself, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We'll see you in the next deep dive.